33% of low-income beneficiaries are impacted. I have all the details and what this means for you right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, now that we're in 2023, a lot of new reports are coming out talking about the adjustments to fixed income benefits, and that's what I want to talk about here in this video because some new reports that were just released are showing 33% of low-income beneficiaries are being impacted, and I can tell you this much, it's not in a good way, as this is a very serious issue, so let's get into it and talk about what is going on. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and because I am your one and only daily advocate, I'm here for you right by your side each and every day, watching all this new information hitting the wire, doing the research and breaking it down into these short videos so you can stay updated with what's actually going on, and most importantly, how it's going to impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, and of course, anything showing up right now you can possibly grab and or take advantage of as a low-income beneficiary, including money, benefits, programs, stimulus, checks, anything else like that. Of course, I want to bring it to your attention right away. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and also remember, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. That's my dedication, that's my commitment, and as always, that is my promise to you and everybody right here in the community. All right, thanks again. Let's get into it and talk about these new reports and what they're now suggesting, as 33% of Americans all across the country, which by the way is tens of millions of people, are being impacted by this. Super messed up, and again, a serious issue that I want to bring to your attention. And again, this also makes us think that probably we should be reaching out to Congress and having them change the rules on this, because this is not a good situation. Now, here's the thing. Now that we're still relatively new here in 2023, a lot of these new reports are coming out showing the impacts to low-income beneficiaries now that we're seeing these adjustments to benefits. And unfortunately, a lot of you here in the community have probably received letters on this as well. And I do want to break this down because I've actually seen this showing up down in the comments section as well over the last several weeks here since these letters have been rolling out. And honestly, it's a super sad situation, especially with everything going on right now. So here's what's going on. Obviously, in 2023, you got the big raise to your monthly benefits. Now, again, big is kind of an ambiguous saying, right? We can all say, oh, the big raise, the 8.7% COLA, all this business like this. But at the end of the day, we all know it should have been significantly higher than that, right? In some instances, like I've talked about in previous videos, some people are actually calling on that the COLA should have been doubled, 17.4% of what the COLA should have been. Either way, that's a different story. We can talk about that later in greater detail. But here's what's happening. Because of the 8.7% COLA, what's happening is to fixed income beneficiaries, your income is technically going up. Now again, I know, right? We're all kind of laughing together at this thinking, are you kidding me right now? Our income is going up? Well, yes, technically, your income has gone up, right? But at the end of the day, does it mean that you're, high and dry now and you're not struggling at all? No, right? Here's the thing. We all understand this. Unfortunately, the people that write the rules on this, they don't really have to live in the shoes of what's actually going on here as a low income or fixed income beneficiary. However, that's the reality of the situation. But let me explain here what is going on. As a result of your income technically rising because of the COLA, right? Here's what's happening. Since your income has gone up now, a lot of you, in fact, according to this report, 33% of Americans who receive fixed income benefits and or SNAP benefits, otherwise known as food stamps, which by the way, there's about 41 to 43 million SNAP beneficiaries in the entire United States. It's a lot of people, right? It's a huge percentage of our population here in the country, right? Which, by the way, in this country, the United States, there's about 333 million people, and 41 to 43 million of them receive SNAP benefits. Well, here's the problem. Because incomes have technically gone up because of the COLA, here's what's happening. SNAP benefits are being reduced, and again, I know a lot of you here in the community are experiencing this because I've seen it down below in the comment section, and the reports are showing on an average across the entire country, 33%, in other words, 1 out of every 3 people that receive SNAP benefits are seeing their benefits reduced because of the COLA. So are we getting ahead these days? No, not really, right? And again, I've seen this down below in the comment section. I've seen one person, it was probably, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe 2.5 weeks ago, something like that. Somebody reached out and said, I got my letter. They're reducing my SNAP benefits by $80 per month. That's a lot, right? I've seen a lot of people reaching out saying 20, 27, $30, things like this. The highest number that I saw so far was $80. That's a huge reduction to monthly benefits. And that's exactly what these reports are also showing, is that 33%, again, I know I've said this, but 33%, 1 out of every 3 people are experiencing a reduction to their SNAP benefits because of the COLA. So if we really do calculate all the numbers at the end of the day, okay, yes, your fixed income benefit has gone up by 8.7%, but your SNAP benefits have also been reduced. Well, again, the reduction to your SNAP benefits is going to be different for each individual person, but that's a big reduction if you net it all together. So let's just say you got an 8.7% raise to your monthly benefits. Let's just say it goes up by, $70, $80. But your SNAP benefits are reduced by, say, $40, $30, something like that. If you net it all together, at the end of the day, you're really only getting like $30 more per month, right? Well, that's not necessarily a good thing. Well, what else is being reduced as a result of the COLA? Well, we also do know fixed income beneficiaries sometimes do also get assistance from maybe like utility assistance through the LIHEAP program. Maybe you're taking advantage of the ACP, the Affordability Connectivity Program. Maybe you're taking advantage of some type of rental assistance or housing assistance or other types of utility assistance or other types of food assistance programs. There's a lot of different programs that are out there right now dedicated to the low income and fixed income beneficiaries. And again, what is your eligibility based on? Income. It's always based on income every single time. They don't just pick a name out of a hat and say, well, John, you're welcome because you're eligible. That's not how they do this. It's always income based. Well, unfortunately, because incomes have gone up by technically 8.7% because of the COLA, guess what? Now these benefits are being reduced, and or a lot of people across the entire country are literally losing access to some of these benefits because now our incomes are a little bit higher, right? I don't know. Is it just me, or does it seem super messed up to anybody else here? I think all of us can probably agree. Something about this equation seems really, really messed up. Now, when it comes down to the SNAP program, again, food stamps, again, depending on what you call it, it's all essentially the same thing. The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, it's essentially it's a federal program that's monitored by the USDA, but it's administered on the state-by-state level, right? So it's kind of interesting. In fact, a lot of these programs are actually set up that way. They're federal programs, federally funded, but then they push it out to the states and say, hey, state, you manage this one. You know what I mean? So that's what actually happens on a lot of these programs, is that they're, federally funded essentially, but, the federal government gives them money and they set it up, but then they give the states the kind of the authority to actually manage the programs, the eligibility requirements, all the other specifications that go into these programs. So anyway, super sad stuff, but these are what the reports are showing. And in that video that I had out just a little while ago, I was talking about the extra 25 states that are sending out the extra allotment in the month of January as well. So hopefully you caught that video. That is an updated list because about a week or so ago, I was out in another video talking about the 21 states at that time, and now we got the new updated list of 25 states that are now going to be sending out the extra allotment, which, by the way, the extra allotment is a couple different things here. If your state is on the list, it does 2 separate things. Number one, if you're already receiving the maximum household benefit for your household size, you can get an extra $95. If you're not, what I should say is, if you're not receiving the maximum, what it can do is it can boost you up to the maximum. So kind of hope that makes sense. So that's the deal with the extra allotment. Kind of nice stuff, right? Especially right now. But this is a very high inflationary time, especially when it comes to food, right? Food is still going up very, very high in a lot of cases. So anyway, I saw this report earlier and I wanted to bring it to your attention right here because this is a super kind of sad situation. And again, maybe about, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago or so, maybe it was about a week and a half or so ago, I was out in a separate video asking those of you here in the community, is it time to write up another letter to the new Congress to send it out and say, hey, we've got to do something about this. This is simply not fair when it comes down to the low income and fixed income beneficiaries who rely on these monthly benefits. And then when we get a COLA and then to take it all away in the form of reducing other benefits, again, it would only take Congress a little bit of work on their part to reduce or to basically remove that type of language and put some kind of clause in the program that says, when a COLA happens, we don't reduce other benefits. Boom, done. It'd be super easy for them to do. Anyway, I will still write that letter, which, by the way, a lot of you on that video from maybe like a week and a half ago or so did say, yes, please write the letter. We've got to do something. So I will certainly do that. Anyway, I want to bring this to your attention, let you know what's actually going on. I do know that a lot of you here in the community, unfortunately, are experiencing this, where your SNAP benefits and or maybe other benefits that you do receive have been reduced because of the 8.7% COLA. I mean, really? Again, I don't want to sit here and talk about this forever because we all understand what's actually going on, but it still seems kind of weird, right? Yeah. Anyway, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. Please leave your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. Also, subscribe down below. It's totally free to do so. Right down below the video, there's that big old subscribe button. Make sure to hit that. And also, feel free to share this video with your friends, family, social media, especially if you know somebody else that's receiving SNAP benefits or any other types of fixed income benefit programs, anything like that. And of course, go back and check out any of the other thousands upon thousands of videos here on the channel. Thanks again. Hope you're doing well. Stay warm out there, and I'll catch you again later in the next video.